Let's talk about how to craft the perfect back cover copy for your book. Hey guys, I'm Marlene and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about a very important aspect of any published book, and that is the back cover copy. So you can call it back cover copy, blurb, synopsis, whatever works for you. I'm just going to go with back cover copy because it actually encompasses quite a few aspects. So before we dive into today's content, if you want to read a standalone fantasy adventure for adults, be sure to check out my novel To Wear a Crown. It's available at all online retailers. You can also request a copy from your local library or get your local bookstore to order you a copy. Then I also offer professional editing and proofreading services under Gentle C Editing, link in the description box below. So without further ado, let's dive into back cover copy. This is so crucial for marketing and for enticing readers to actually pick up your book. This is what is going to convince people to actually buy and read what you've written. That and a good cover, of course. So I'm going to be using the actual back cover copy of 3 different books to go through these tips. The first book is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. Very popular and did very well. So if we can study what they did to get so many readers to pick up this book, that's a good thing. The second book is To Wear a Crown. And the third book is Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. Alright, so tip number 1. Get the reader's attention with either a quote from the book that really sums up a key part, or some sort of hook. So this is going to be a quote from the book that really attracts attention, a thought-provoking question, a powerful statement, or an intriguing scenario. And this is before you even start explaining what the book is about. It's to grab the reader's attention and immediately make them want to know more. So with Fourth Wing, that first line is, "Welcome to the brutal and elite world of Basquiat War College." I might be butchering that pronunciation. Sorry. So immediately that attracts attention and gives you an idea of the tone, the atmosphere of this story. So it's brutal, it's elite, it's a war college. You immediately get that sort of, ooh, okay, I want to see what happens at this college and what's the story we're going to be following through this brutal world. So that isn't a quote from the book or a question. It's really just a thought-provoking scenario, more an atmosphere, the setting that really attracts attention. For To Wear a Crown, the first line is, "Real power is always a step ahead." And this is actually a quote from one of the characters in the book. And it really sums up well the tone and atmosphere of the book, which is very much about who has power and what they do with it. Then for Strange the Dreamer, we have, "The dream chooses the dreamer, not the other way around," which is a really kind of thought-provoking, interesting line that makes you think, that's an interesting statement. What is this book going to be about that's going to prove that point? All right, and then we get to the actual synopsis or summary part where you tell the reader what this book is about in order to get them to actually want to read it. So for that, it's important to highlight the key characters and conflict. You need to mention the main characters in the blurb, as well as the central conflict of the story. What is this book actually about? Who is it about? So provide enough detail to create interest without giving away too much. Readers need to get a sense of who the protagonist is, what challenges they face, and why they should care about their journey. Also, create a sense of atmosphere and genre. You need to sort of give them a taste of the setting of the book, but also the genre, the mood, the atmosphere. Make sure that the language you use in your back cover copy actually suits the tone and the mood of the book itself. And then use compelling language and vivid imagery. Use strong, evocative language. Paint a vivid picture of the world, the tone, the characters of the book, and evoke the emotions that the readers can expect to experience while they're reading the book. Aim for language that is strong, unique, and reflects your writing style. And then end with a call to action or an intriguing question. Something that encourages the reader to actually open the book. It could be a teaser about a plot twist. It could be a question about the character's fate, an invitation to join the characters on their journey, or a statement that evokes a question. You just need to create sort of a sense of curiosity that compels the reader to explore further. And then finally, keep it concise. It should be succinct, to the point, and not overwhelm the reader with too much information. So aim for brevity, but still convey the essence of your book. So let's see how the examples do that. First off, fourth wing. So I'm going to begin with the first line and then lead into the rest of the back cover copy. Welcome to the brutal and elite world of Basquiat War College. 20-year-old Violet Sorrengail was supposed to enter the scribe quadrant, living a quiet life among books and history. Now, the commanding general, her tough as Talon's mother, has ordered Violet to join the hundreds of candidates striving to become the elite of Navarre, dragon riders. But when you're smaller than everyone else and your body is brittle, death is only a heartbeat away. Because dragons don't bond to fragile humans, they incinerate them. With fewer dragons willing to bond than cadets, most would kill Violet to better their own chances of success. The rest would kill her just for being her mother's daughter, like Xaden Ryerson, the most powerful and ruthless wing leader in the Riders Quadrant. She'll need every edge her wits can give her just to see the next sunrise. Yet every day, the war outside grows more deadly. The kingdom's protective wards are failing, and even worse, Violet begins to suspect leadership is hiding a terrible secret. Everyone at Basquiat has an agenda, so sleep with one eye open, because once you enter, there are only two ways out: graduate or die. So I think that is a very good summary. It highlights who the main character is, Violet, but also the other very important character, Xaden. It gives us some detail of who the character is, and it has aspects of her personality in it. So you can see that she was destined for, quiet, scribe's life. Her wits are an important part of her personality, but then her struggles are also mentioned, that she's smaller and fragile. And now she has to go into this brutal world where, it's eat or be eaten. But then it also not only highlights her personal struggles, but also the main conflict of the novel, which is that the kingdom's wards are failing, leadership is hiding secrets. I think the language it uses very much is in line with the mood, the genre, the tone, as well as the language that is used in the book itself. So we have her tough as Talon's mother to become the elite. Dragons don't bond to fragile humans, they incinerate them. Powerful and ruthless wing leader. The war outside grows more deadly. Leadership is hiding a terrible secret. Everyone has an agenda, so sleep with one eye open. It creates that sort of sense of suspense and that brutality and that fight for survival that is very much a part of this novel. And then it ends off with, there are only two ways out once you enter: graduate or die. So that really pulls in the reader, firstly by making it second person, so going, sleep with one eye open, you sleep with one eye open. And once you enter, there are only two options: graduate or die. So it creates the question of, what's going to happen? Is Violet going to graduate, or is she going to die? And it also pulls you in to want to go, oh wow, I want to experience what's happening in this war college. Now let's look at To Wear a Crown. Real power is always a step ahead. When lad Markham Asia is attacked in the capital slums weeks before the start of the 16th election of the People's Monarchy of Aldehad, Stella, an ex-cage fighting champion hiding from the law, is employed as his protector. She arrives to find a city on the precipice of chaos. Markham's fellow representatives are disappearing. A rebellion is brewing in Yeko's underbelly, and a dark presence haunts the Asia Manor at nightfall. As Stella uncovers Markham's secrets, she is sucked into a world more dangerous than she could ever have imagined. So that gives a clear idea of the main character. So we have Stella as the main character, but also Markham as a very important other character. It sets the idea of what the world is. It gives us a sense of the setting, of the atmosphere and tone, very, you know, political kind of language, but then also secretive, darkness under the gold sort of language. You know, we have attacked in the slums, 16th election of the People's Monarchy, cage fighting champion hiding from the law, city on the precipice of chaos, people are disappearing, rebellion is brewing in the underbelly of the city, and there's also, you know, a dark presence haunting the manor. It's a lot of this sort of, there's this danger underneath something, but we don't know what that danger is, and it's sort of being kept hidden, which is very much the vibe of the book itself. It also highlights the conflicts of the book. So Stella is supposed to protect Markham, but there's so much happening in the city, and it's absolute chaos, and danger is lurking, even though she can't put her finger on what the danger is. And then she uncovers Markham's own secrets, and it becomes even more dangerous. Then the final line, as Stella uncovers Markham's secrets, she is sucked into a world more dangerous than she could ever have imagined. Once again, not a direct question, but leaving sort of a cliffhanger for the character's fate. So she's sucked into this dangerous world. What is going to happen to her now? Why is it dangerous? And is she going to be able to survive it and protect Markham while doing it? And then we have Strange the Dreamer. The dream chooses the dreamer, not the other way around. And Laszlo Strange, war orphan and junior librarian, has always feared that his dream chose poorly. Since he was 5 years old, he's been obsessed with the mythic lost city of Weep. But it would take someone bolder than he to cross half the world in search of it. Then a stunning opportunity presents itself in the person of a hero called the Godslayer and a band of legendary warriors, and he has to seize his chance or lose his dream forever. What happened in Weep 200 years ago to cut it off from the rest of the world? What exactly did the Godslayer slay that went by the name of God? And what is the mysterious problem he now seeks help in solving? The answers await in Weep, but so do more mysteries, including the blue-skinned goddess who appears in Laszlo's dreams. How did he dream her before he knew she existed? And if all the gods are dead, why does she seem so real? And then there's another paragraph, but I'm going to save that for my next point. And then just after that, it says, "Welcome to Weep." So I think this is a really, really good summary of the book, because it really pulls the reader in. So it tells you who the main character is, it's Laszlo, but it also mentions other important characters, the Godslayer, and then this blue-skinned goddess that appears in Laszlo's dreams. It gives you very much an idea of Laszlo's personality, his dreams, his aspirations, the motivations of the character. And it also gives a good idea of the setting, this mythical city of Weep with all of these mysteries. And it gives you also the idea of the main conflict, which is what is going on, is essentially, so the main conflict is essentially that this character wants to go to this city, but when he gets there, there's so much that he needs to uncover and mysteries that he needs to solve. And that is the central conflict. And then it does the sort of questions thing, and it does it not just only in the final line or in the last paragraph, but from the second paragraph. What happened in Weep? What did the god Slayer slay? What is this problem that he needs solving? But then also, if all the gods are dead, why does this woman in his dreams seem so real? And then that final line, welcome to Weep, is a very strong way to pull people in, because it's once again like almost the same way that Fourth Wing does it, by making it second person and going, you know, you, welcome to Weep. Because you're going to basically be so drawn in that you're going to be there. And then finally end it off with a review, a short line from a review. This is also what some people call a blurb. And this could be from your beta readers, critique partners. You could submit it for reviews, editorial reviews, Kirkus, Reedsy, whatever works for you. So that really just sort of tells the reader what to expect, what others experienced from it, and what the great parts of this book is. So for Fourth Wing, we have one review that says, as compelling as it is deadly, Fourth Wing is dazzling. And another review that says, fiercely romantic and unforgivably addictive. So that already tells you it's super compelling, deadly, as the summary promises. There's romance in it, and you're going to be hooked. I mean, who doesn't want that? For To Wear a Crown, I have a review by my critique partner. To Wear a Crown is a thrilling ride, from its compelling characters and suspenseful storytelling to its dastardly villains and incredible world building. This is one read you won't regret. So it also sort of tells you, you know, it's thrilling, the characters are compelling, and the story is suspenseful, and, you know, it has these great villains and incredible world building that is sort of foreshadowed in the summary itself. And then The Strange the Dreamer one doesn't actually have a review, but it has sort of, let me just read it and then you'll understand. In this sweeping and extraordinary new novel by the Sunday Times bestselling author Laini Taylor, the shadow of the past is as real as the ghosts who haunt the citadel of the murdered gods. Fall into a mythical world of dread and wonder, moths and nightmares, love and carnage. So it reads like a review, sort of, even though it's not attributed to someone specific. It's more like, you know, the editor or the publisher who said it. But it says, you know, it's sweeping, it's extraordinary. It mentions, you know, she's a Sunday Times best-selling author, and that you're basically going to be falling into this mythical world. So yeah, if I had to say what each blurb could have done better, I think Fourth Wing's blurb is a bit long. I think it has many paragraphs, and it does feel a bit overwhelming when you read it, but it is very good. I think for To Wear a Crown, a lot of improvement can be made. I think there are a lot of technical terms that sort of overwhelms the potential reader. I think that there could be a clearer, you know, call to action or question at the end. And then for Strange the Dreamer, I think that a reviews, just, you know, a little quote from a review would have been great. But yeah, other than that, those are my tips for writing great back cover copy for your book. I hope that this video was helpful. If you have any tips of your own or any examples of great back covers, please put them in the comments below. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Remember to hit that subscribe button and ring that little bell so you don't miss any videos. I post writing advice videos on Wednesdays and book reviews on occasional Fridays. As always, you can find me on my website, Instagram, Facebook, X, Tumblr, BookBub, and TikTok. All the links are listed below, and then I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!